Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm back with another another reaction video. This is one I've been suggested quite a few times. It's a band called Sumo. This particular track, I've written it down, was suggested by Daniela Diaz. She asked for, it looks like two songs put together. It's quite long, it's about 8 minutes long. Telefono and White Trash, I believe, is two songs put together. So yeah, I'm not listening to these guys yet. I think someone told me they were like kind of ska sounding music. I shall find out. Let's find the file and have a little watch and a little listen. Of course, is the main thing. Little watch and a little listen must be done.
Night is down, I've been set down. I'm sitting glued to the glowing tube. Tedious tedium is flowing slow. I got the craving for something I could really use.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, that's English. For a second, I was thinking to myself, that sounds English, but I couldn't quite work out what it was. I thought maybe it's just in Spanish, but I can't quite hear the words, make them out properly. But then just only a little bit. Then I thought, no, that sounds like it's English, and I kind of got a little bit of the words. Then I think I was expecting it to be Spanish, and so I was listening or wasn't paying proper attention or something. I don't know, but yeah, interesting jangly guitar sound so far.
We're workarounds, and we're ants with wings, saying, God, I'm high, oh Christ, I'm late, asking girls and women, won't you show me the way to the crumpled sheets and naughty things, but it's sad, it's so sad. Old people shouldn't take it quite so bad. I know, but it's sad, sad, sad. Well, the sadness of a long dead star on late night TV, the sadness of shooting away your gloom, and the more crumpled man in the working suits and telephones ringing in empty rooms. All the birds have flown from the park uptown, and a family I know has built an ark. It's been raining long in the steady flow, and newspaper headlines read battle song. It's sad, it's so sad. Old people never had it quite so bad. And it's sad, sad, sad. Well, the sadness of the long dead star on late night TV, sadness of shooting away your glow, of all crumpled man in the world is suicide. Telephones ringing, empty rooms.
I'm guessing it's gone into the white trash part of the song. That first bit, I'm assuming was the Telefonos bit. I heard them mention telephones a bit. Talking about worker ants and old people have never had it so bad. So I'm guessing it's got like a political kind of like a social commentary kind of aspect to it. Complaining about society, maybe about just the way things are in society, maybe. All the pictures was just showing the one guy. I think his name was Luca. I saw one caption saying Luca. Says he like of Italian descent, maybe moved to. I know Argentina's got a big Italian population. Is it 30%? I think I remember seeing. Yeah, so far interesting. It's like it was quite like kind of deep and poignant and kind of heartfelt. A little bit on the, for me, a little bit, okay, where are we going with this? Is it going to make something happen in a minute? It did sort of drag on quite a bit, that Telefonos part. It was just like kind of, you're sad, kind of like, heartfelt sounding lyrics, Sounded like he was complaining about, situations not being good. I couldn't get all the lyrics. Obviously, I've only got a few. And the worker ants bit, I'm assuming he's talking about, the general people, the workforce, the population just being like worker ants, working all their lives just to earn a pension, and then the old people having it bad, trying to get by on what little they're able to save during their working days. That's it. You kind of like you expected to work until you too old, and then you just expected to die. that's life, unfortunately. Assuming that was like, it sounded like it was a cry out against that. Anyway, it's kicked in now with the main song. I think I'm getting some saxophone. I'm guessing that's saxophone. Yeah, it's sounding all right. You got the main band here now. It's like a little bit of a crazy kind of. I was talking about a ska band from the UK called Madness. They had kind of like crazy photo shots like this, publicity shots, all crowded in together doing silly stuff. These look like they're pulling faces. And is he wearing a straitjacket, that guy there? It could be, yeah. Anyway, let's carry on. Tell me every day about how they be put down in so many ways. Don't you know, Rasta? Someone's be treated just the same way. Look around the in a Babylon, white trash. In a London, white trash I got. In Buenos Aires town, you better believe it. White trash. In a Mission City, white trash. In a Chicana. White trash where we live it. Holiday home. Come on, holiday, yeah. Quickly come in there. talking about white trash. I'm sure he's mentioned a couple of. I'm sure he said London a couple of times. White trash in London. I'm sure he said white trash in Holyhead or somewhere in Shepherd's Bush. I can't remember. He just said some places in London. I saw he just mentioned a couple of places in England. Then in those sentences, and also he's mentioned in Brenner's areas as well. And so he's talking about like he's talking to his black friends and they're saying they've always been put down, and he's saying yeah we have as well. Like like it's not just about skin color. It's about your social standing, your class. You know, the poor white trash are kept down just the same, but they're kind of like the powers that be trying to set races against each other rather than it should be a class thing, not a skin color thing. It should be about your class, where you are in society. And it's quite often people hate each other just for stupid things like skin color, and it should be, you know, the class should stick together, the working class should stick together against the people who put them down, which is obviously the rich, you know. Let's not get too political though, eh? Let's just carry on the song. I definitely heard him. I'm sure he said, I can't remember what he said now. He said a couple of places at Twickenham. He said Twickenham, I think. And I'm sure he said Shepherd's Bush as well. I'm going to go back on that a little bit again, just to re-listen to it. Go back a couple of half a minute.
White trash in London. White trash I got in Buenos Aires town.
Brilliant.
White trash in a mission city. White trash. White trash where we live. Holiday home. Come on, holiday go.
I sure it's Bishopsgate and Twickenham. White trash. Okay, that was pretty decent. That was definitely very ska-like, very reggae stroke ska. And someone did mention before in comments that apparently it got quite big over there in Argentina, the ska sound. I think I did a Les Redondo's track. It sounded kind of ska. And someone told me, oh yeah, there's a big ska movement. Sumo are very much part of that. It sounded like lyrically they were kind of political, the working class, kind of the class struggle kind of thing, against the rich people, and like the poor people are struggling as they always will be. And the old people, when the poor people work like worker ants, and when they get old, they're not really looked after. It's expected to die. They haven't. When you're poor, you don't have the ability to save money for your old age, do you? Quite often. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I was for some reason I was thinking that kind of like a punk mentality with like the politicalness of it, maybe. But I don't think it was really. There was a bit of at one point he was doing. Like you see, like the jazz is called scat when they do this. He was going skidda kind of stuff. I was assuming that was just like a riff on the genre of ska. Maybe he was going ska-dee, something or other. He was saying it didn't look like it was sounding like it was proper words. It was just like a riff on on the word ska on this. Yeah, that's what he seemed to be doing. I can't remember what he was saying. Something like skadadi or something like that. He was talking about for a while. It just sounded like some free form kind of wordplay, just to sort of just for a little bit of a tune, I suppose. It was quite interesting. Before he started going on about what I was taking to be like talking about white trash. It was about white trash. It's about poor people around the world. I'm saying he didn't actually sort of say it, but I mean I'm just reading between the lines, saying like. Poor people should stick together and not take it out on other poor people who are different to them, but just I'm making up my own kind of meanings here probably, but yeah. So I mean, I'm guessing they're from humble beginnings themselves, and they haven't forgotten their roots, kind of thing. I think there's quite a lot of. I mean, because who was the one of the other guys people was telling me about? One of your world famous stars. I never forgot the people and always like sought for sort of social justice and that kind of stuff. Can't remember which one it was, who it was now. Could have been Leon Gecko. I can't remember now. But someone was like really up on their political stuff, and you know, who was the one who wrote that the one about God don't let me be indifferent to war. Yeah, can't remember the freaking names now. You think you're gonna learn, but my brain does not retain knowledge very well. But you know, I'm still kind of new to this. You're gonna have to remind me for the 50 millionth time probably who it is I'm thinking of, if you can work out who I'm thinking of. But yeah, that was a cool track. I was glad to listen to them for the first time, because quite a lot of people have asked me to listen to those guys. Who was it who suggested this one again? It was this one particular track was suggested by Daniela Diaz, or Diaz, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. But yeah, cheers for suggesting that. It was a cool track, kind of like a nice bouncy kind of like with the saxophone and the bass, gives it a nice kind of bouncy sound. And listening to the lyrics as well, I was getting like a social commentary kind of vibe from the lyrics. So that was pretty interesting as well, quite interesting. It's cool. It seems to be quite a, I don't know, is there quite a political stance there? I mean, I imagine there would be with some of the history that people would, you know, quite a history of oppression you had at certain points, and a lot of coups, that kind of thing, and people being ousted from power. And you know, I think it's been very politically awkward there with where the whole, was it called I can't remember. There was when people were disappeared. I can't remember what that was called now. I did it on the history thing. When I looked at the history, but yeah, we had lots of social and kind of political upheavals and that. So I'm guessing there's a lot of people who are very conscious of that kind of thing, you know. But anyway, that was a cool song anyway. So just music wise, that was a cool one to listen to. So thanks for suggesting that one. I'll be back tomorrow to have a listen to another track. Feel free to educate me. Anything you want to educate me on what you think the lyrics were talking about, on whether the band, you know, what their band style were, what their political leanings were. If you want to go into that, it's all good. And I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, gracias por mirar, vuelva mañana para ver otro video.